Hey gang, Zippo. Hope you can hear me okay. I do not have the microphone attached, so we're using the GoPro speakers or microphones. Hopefully they're doing okay. I've had a lot of questions pertaining to the Microtechs. Some questions were, is that a UTX-85 when I was unboxing with this one? Other questions were, is that a UTX? Other questions were, do you personal carry those? Aren't they illegal? A lot of questions along those lines. So I'm going to cover what these two are right here. These are Microtech UTX Ultratech UTX-85 TE's Tonto blade in violet, and then Microtech Ultratech UTX-70 satin edge, which is just a drop point. They are made of 204P steel, both of them. They were both manufactured this year. They always date their knives. And for anybody looking for a Microtech knife, I personally use Blade HQ, but you've got Knife Works. You have a number of other options as far as being able to purchase these. But when you see one show up is the best time to buy it. It's just like going to a flea market. The time to buy something that you see that you need or that you want is when you see it. These are limited batch runs that quickly sell out. So if you're interested in the Microtech Ultratechs or just the Microtech out the fronts in general, and you see them for sale and they're in stock, the time to buy is right then and there. These are out the front knives. If you can see, the blade comes out the front. These are dual action or double action. They come in both double action, and there's a few out there that are single action, whereas they're spring loaded to eject the blade. Then you pull the back to essentially reload or cock the blade for the next firing. They have glass breakers on the end, both of them do, using the proprietary Microtech fasteners. Don't take them apart, send them back in. Do not take them apart. They came in razor sharp. I know that's a cliche, that's just a term that's used. They came in very, very sharp. You can see by the ruler that the UTX-70 comes in at just a hair under 6 inches overall length, and the UTX-85 comes in at just a hair under 7.5 inches overall length. Your blade lengths are, I'm going to right here, not the full length that it is protruding from the blade, from the body, to right here is 2 3/16 inches. And then on the UTX-85 we are right at 2 11/16 roughly. The question arose, are those legal to carry? Check your state laws. That's the best thing I can tell you before you purchase one. Check your state laws. Switchblades became illegal in 1957. It was an antiquated law, and these are considered switchblades or automatics, or use any bit of terminology that you want to use, but these are considered automatic knives. Switchblade sounds a little harsh because a lot of us are conditioned to switchblade is a bad thing. But in 2013, a bill was presented, and the bill that was presented by Governor Mike Pence here in Indiana, to ratify that law to get switchblades or automatics or spring assisted or push button knives legalized, to get rid of that antiquated 1957 law. So effective July 1st of 2013, the bill HB 1563 was passed, meaning they are now legal to own, they are now legal to carry in Indiana, and also along with Indiana that joined in 2013 was Alaska, Texas, and Kansas. And that's according to the Knife and Tool Institute. But Indiana's switchblade ban began in 1957, as I mentioned. So check your local laws to see if an out-the-front knife or an automatic knife or a switchblade spring-assisted type knife is legal. I say spring assist. Spring-assisted blades have been legal. They're not considered switchblades because there's no button. But they were the gray area. But legal to carry in Indiana, but you need to know your laws. The public law number for Indiana is 289-2013. That, again, public law in Indiana is number 289-2013. There was a supplemental that was passed in the Indiana Senate by a 47-0 vote for SB 231 and SB 181, again pertaining to automatics. So make sure you know your laws, because if for any reason you're pulled over, you're asked if you have any weapons, you're asked to present the weapons. Some law enforcement personnel may not be aware that this law has been passed. So know your laws. I have everything right here, and I wrote all my notes down so that my butt's covered. All I have to do is let them know what the name of the bill change was, the name and number of the bill change, and they can go and enter it into their fancy little computer or get with dispatch to confirm. But make sure you know your laws. Now let's get into the differences. The numbers UTX-85 and UTX-70 simply means the UTX-85 is 85% UTX-85 is 85% the size of a full-size UTX Ultratech, Microtech Ultratech. Down here, UTX-70, it is 70% the size. That's its overall footprint is 70% and 85%. But that's about where the differences end. They don't go down in weight incrementally because of the way that they're made. If you look at the UTX-85, you can see how thick the UTX-85 is, okay? And it's got some heft to it. It's got some weight to it. You come down just 15% smaller in footprint, and you are much, much thinner. Let's compare the two side by side. You can see just how slim, sleek, and narrow the UTX-70 is. I love the UTX-85. I like the size. It's a good size. It fits in the hand just great. Not a huge fan of Tonto blades, but at the time, this was the only one that was available in violet with the Tonto blade. So, again, like I said earlier in the video, jump on it when you have the opportunity and the means. Get it. It's an investment. You won't lose your money on it. Okay. These both were in the $230 range, give or take. Expect to spend a little bit over $200. Okay. So the UTX-70 has been my personal carry since receiving it about 2 weeks ago. I've had this one since August. But now we're going to weigh them. We're talking about UTX-85 and UTX-70. The difference in their footprint is 70%. Or excuse me, is 15% difference in their footprint between this one and this one. Now we're going to weigh them in ounces. Okay? And we can't see that. Well, you guys are going to have to take my word for it. I'll see if I can't shadow so that you guys, and it may even be showing up, I'm not sure. We're going to weigh the UTX-85 first. UTX-85 comes in at 3.05, I'm not sure if that's showing up, 3.05 ounces. The UTX-70 comes in at 1.23 ounces. It is less than half the weight of the UTX-85, but only 15% smaller in footprint. So there you go. I wanted to explain a little bit about the laws and also to give more or less apples to apples comparison on their size, on their girth, and about making sure that you check to see if they are legal in your state. Most states have adopted this new law. There are some states that haven't, PA, Pennsylvania being one, and I'm sure Illinois says, oh heck no. So anyway, there you go. I've had a lot of questions about them. It's the only reason I'm making a video. If you guys look way back in my videos from oh wow, we can go back to the before 2010, way back. You guys will see a number of knife videos where I'm showing different knives. So I've always been interested in knives since I was a young child, and that infatuation with them continues to this day, and I am still a sucker for a beautiful knife. So there you go. This is your friendly neighborhood Zippo. I've got some other stuff to do, so I am going to go ahead and end this video. We'll get back to riding mowers and garden tractors and all that stuff in the next video, because I've got a couple of things to show you guys. So I promise you I will see you on the next one. If you like this video and you want to see more of Zippo's knife collection, let me know down in the comments. I'll be happy to bring some out and show you some of the more unusual, well, not necessarily unusual. I'll show you just how eclectic the collection is, how it varies from Swiss Army knives all the way up to Chris Reeve knives to the Microtechs and just about everywhere in between. So there you go. Friendly Neighborhood Zippo. If you're not subscribed and you want to, right down there, you can subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications for whenever I post a video. And then over here is a video. And over here is a video. I promise you. I'll see you on the next one. Later. I'm out of here.